A woman had a car accident and survived the crash. She walked along the Mulholland Drive and came to an apartment. She then waited for the lady to leave and went inside. She felt so exhausted and fell asleep. Betty is a first-timer in Los Angeles, chasing the dream to become an actress, just like her Aunt Ruth, who is actually the lady that left the apartment.
Remember, I'll be watching for you on the big screen.
Okay, Irene. Won't that be the day?
Good luck, Betty dear.
Betty feeling excited as she talks to the manager of the apartment named Coco.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, just call me Coco.
They went inside the apartment and Betty just couldn't hide how happy she is to be finally in Los Angeles and living inside her Aunt Ruth's apartment. To her surprise, she finds the woman taking a shower and thought she might be a friend of her aunt.
I'm Ruth's niece. My name's Betty. I'm sure she told you I was coming.
But the lady doesn't even know her name or any information of what happened to her.
What's your name? I'm sorry. I'll get out of here and we can talk later.
As the lady looks inside the room, she saw a movie poster and got the name Rita from one of the characters. She then went to see Betty again and introduced herself as Rita.
My name's Rita.
Hi.
Betty, being kind, takes care of Rita and tells her to rest after Rita shows her concussion on her head. Betty talks to her Aunt Ruth over the phone and mentions Rita, but unfortunately her aunt doesn't know any Rita. She confronts Rita and tells her there must be a misunderstanding, and then Rita finally reveals she doesn't even know who she is.
I just talked to my aunt on the phone and she wants me to call the police.
I don't know who I am.
Betty tells Rita to open her purse so that they might get any information, but finds a sum of money and a key. Betty suggests they have to keep the money since Rita doesn't know where it came from.
That money? You don't know where it came from.
Betty wonders where Rita could have gone, then suddenly Rita remembers something. She is actually going to Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive. Mulholland Drive. That's where I was going.
Betty tells Rita she will help her by getting information if there is an accident along that street.
Well, I heard a sound last night that sounded sort of like a car crash. And, well, I want to know if there was an accident on Mulholland Drive.
Yes, there was.
Can you tell me what happened?
No, I can't.
The two went to Winky's and a waitress named Diane attends to their order. Rita suddenly remembers the name Diane Selwyn and thought it might be her real name.
What is it? Diane Selwyn. Maybe that's my name.
They found the phone number and address of Diane when Coco came and gave a copy of the script for Betty's audition the next day. Coco came to see Betty, but instead she saw Rita. Coco tells Betty she has talked to her Aunt Ruth about Rita. Betty assures Coco that Rita will just stay for a few days until she finds a place to stay.
It's just for a night or two, until she finds her own place. I tried to explain that to Aunt Ruth, but the connection was bad and her plane was leaving.
Betty is so excited for her audition and tells Rita to wait for her and then they will look for Diane Selwyn's apartment. Betty's audition was a success and after visiting into another audition, she comes to see the director of the movie and somehow gets connected into the moment. Betty realizes she has to go and needs to see Rita. Both of them came to visit Diane Selwyn's apartment number 12, but finds another person. The lady tells them that Diane switched rooms with her and that Diane lives in room 17.
I switched apartments with her. She's in 17. But she hasn't been around for a few days.
Rita and Betty went inside the room and to their surprise saw a corpse. Rita was so upset and tries to cut her hair and maybe wants to change her image. Betty stops Rita and tells her she knows what Rita is doing and that she wants to help.
You look like someone else.
That night, Betty tells Rita to sleep beside her bed. Then Rita thanks Betty for everything and kisses her on the forehead. That kiss became intimate as the two shared a passionate kiss. Then Betty tells Rita she is in love with her.
I'm in love with you.
Rita suddenly wakes up and speaks Spanish.
Silencio. Silencio.
She tells Betty they have to go somewhere. The two went to a theater and seems like what they saw made them cry, and Betty opens her purse and saw a small box. They went back home and Rita remembers the key inside her purse. As she gets her purse, Betty suddenly disappears and Rita opens the box using the key.
Betty?
Then it became clear that everything was actually a dream. All along, it was Diane Selwyn's dream. Diane is Betty, and Rita is Camilla Rhodes. Diane and Camilla had a relationship. Both of them aspires to be an actress, but Diane felt left out as Camilla always gets the big roles. Diane suffers from anxiety and depression. Camilla breaks up with Diane and left her heartbroken as Camilla got engaged to a director. Camilla also had a relationship with another actress that really made Diane so mad. Diane, out of jealousy and so broken, asked a hitman to kill Camilla. The man tells Diane that if it was a success, she will eventually see that blue key inside her house.
When it's finished, you'll find this where I told you.
Diane finds the blue key, and that was the sign Camilla is gone. Diane suddenly freaks out and also kills herself. Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.